Alright, so step 1 is going to be unscrewing the blaster shell. We just go around, unscrew all the little tiny screws that are inside of here. So this center screw here is going to be a little bit longer than all the rest. So if you end up taking the screws out of the blaster shell, just know this one is a little bit longer, and these ones up top on the rail here are a little bit shorter than all the other ones. And in addition to that, we have this little tiny screw right here that I'll get to eventually. That is the smallest of all. It is super tiny, but holds the pump grip onto the blaster shell. So once we have the blaster all unscrewed, let's make sure we got everything. Like this screw here is a little stuck, so we're just going to go back in and take a little pry tool. Let's see if this will do it a better job. There we go. Now we will separate the blaster. Now the next step is to take out the barrel assembly. See how grody that thing looks. Look how dusty and dirty that is. So, what we do next is we take some just paper towel. We wipe it down. Just get rid of all that dust and grime and old lubricant. Pop off this old plunger tube. Go in here. Wipe this out a little bit. Give it a good wipe down. Get all that old lubricant off that and out of there.
Alrighty, and the next step is just to take some of our silicone lube. I use Super Lube multi-purpose grease. Just take a little bit on your finger. And just a little ring on this small O-ring there, just a little bit. And then we take it. Put a big glob around here. And then we start to reassemble the blaster. So our plunger head and spring go back into the plunger tube. Make sure it is orientated the correct way so that the catch will actually catch. We then put our catch back on here. And the easiest way to do this is to take your plunger head and force it to prime the blaster, like so. Take a little bit of extra grease now and put it on the O-ring here just so that it gets all inside the plunger tube. Wipe our hand off so we don't put grease all over the place. Put it back in. So our barrel that we have here goes into here, and this slides into here. Everything locks into place. This right here is a little trigger lock, and it slides into place here. If I can get it to. Tends to be a little finicky sometimes. Line our blaster back up. And then start the reassembling process. Just going back through and tightening all of our screws back up. Now when you go to tighten the screws back up, you want to make sure that you start off by turning counterclockwise until you hear or feel a little click. That way you realign the screws threads and aren't cross-threading your blaster, because eventually, after a time, it'll wear out. So we just go around tightening up these screws.